Hi everyone, it's David from Lim Power here. Welcome to another episode of Invest Power. Today I want to uncover a bit about one of my investment techniques in how do you determine the market value of a property. Now, in the current environment, for all investors, everybody wants to be able to buy a property at the value, either at the market value, well hopefully no one wants to do that, or below market value. Because if you buy below market value, then there's instant equity that you could potentially tap into. So everyone wants to be able to buy below market value. So the key here then comes down to what the actual market value is, right? So everyone will be wanting to actually find out this. So that's why I thought I'll talk about a bit about that today on how I would derive not exactly the market value, but at least be able to narrow down the market value into a range, and then you can actually determine what the actual offer price would be, okay? So you can also reference to my other blog article, which talks about how to use the Cashflow Calculator to develop the optimal offer price. That's one way, but that doesn't talk about the market value. Whereas this approach that we cover today will determine the market value range. So let's have a look at what we got on the board. So a couple of factors here. I've got in blue the actual criteria that I would set as part of this calculation. Okay, so I've got address, sold price, bedroom, bathroom, garage, land, and is the subject property, in this case 1, 2, 3 perfect row, superior than the property that I have on the board. So at a conceptual level, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to actually come up with a number of properties that's been bought in the last 12 to 18 months, say, and list out how much they're being sold, what their criteria are, and compare that to the property that I'm looking to buy and derive the price of the property. Okay, so I would jump on, so first of all, in order to collect these data, I will jump on a site such as house.kso.cn, I'll put the link down there, and do a search on the suburb, and then filter down, for example, the number of bedrooms and also the land component. In this case, you can set between 600 to 700 square meters. Now, assuming that I've done that exercise of searching, I note down all these. So I've got 1 John Street, which is sold at 350,000 square meters. It's got 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 garage, 605 square meters of land. Now the question then comes down to, is 1, 2, 3 perfect row superior than 1 John Street? So how do you determine that? A couple of key indicators. For example, you look at the flooring. Is it carpeted? How is the carpet condition? Do you need to replace the carpet? How does it compare with 1, 2, 3 perfect street? Okay. Another key indicator is kitchen. So is kitchen renovated? How's the appliances? How does it look? How does it feel? How's the cupboards? How does it then compare to 1, 2, 3 perfect street? Another one, bathroom. Has the bathroom been renovated? Simple as that. Garage, how's the garage condition? Are the lawns being maintained? Is there side access? That kind of stuff. So a couple of key indicators that you can look at based on the picture, based on the description, and then the question then is, overall, is this property, is 1, 2, 3 perfect rows superior than 1 John Street? So in this case, based on my research, I'm going to say, okay, yes, it is. So in other words, 1 to 3 perfect row is better than 1 John Street. Okay, so I do that same exercise for up to 4 properties. I'll compare them against for the second property, and I'll go, actually, no, it's not, because number 2 Mary Street might have a renovated kitchen and a renovated bathroom, and it's sitting on a bigger block of land, so therefore it's commanding a higher premium. Okay, fair enough. So you go through that process, and then you determine whether the subject property is superior or not superior. And then you'll be arriving at where we are at the moment. So the exercise here, in terms of what we want to do next, is we want to derive the price. That's just called X in this case, okay? And then we'll have, for example, when we look at number 1 John Street, okay, so 1, 2, 3 perfect row is superior than one joint stream. So therefore, what we can do using simple mathematical formula, x is greater than 350k. So in other words, we know that the market price of this property would have lied above 350k based on our research. We then look at our second set of data. Number 2, Mary Street, 410k. Is 1 to 3 perfect row superior? No, okay. Well, again, representing using simple mathematical formula, we say x is now between 350k and 14k. Do you see now we actually derive a range, even though it's a very broad range, but at least we got something that we can work with. And that's why having about 3, 4, or even 5, I usually recommend 4 to 5, is going to help you get closer and closer, narrowing that down range. Okay, so as we go through number 3 and 4, you'll see that we actually arrive at a closer, a smaller range, so that you can then determine what you think the market value would be. Let's look at our third one, number 3 alpha, 380k. Now is 1 to 3 perfect row superior than that? No. Okay. Well, what we could do in that case then is we got rid of the 14k and we put 380k here. See, we narrow even down further. Now the difference is only 30k in between, so x could lie somewhere between the 30k. And same thing, when we look at the fourth data, $360,000, is 1 to 3 perfect row superior? Yes, okay. Well, in that case, then we'll adjust our lower side of the value, and we'll call that 360k. And on that basis, we've now limited the actual differences of the range only down to about 20k differences. So your market price could be somewhere between that, and your offer price could simply lie within that. Okay, so that's one way to determine that. Now, it doesn't matter, you don't have, these parameters, you can have as many as you like. It's not limited, it's up to you how detailed you want to be, and also how many records you want to be, that's relevant and you want to be able to use. Now, in some scenarios, you will definitely find data which, let's say for example, could potentially be relevant. So, some of the properties that's in worse condition actually sold for better. So in this case, that's where you actually need to rely on a bit on your common sense and see whether this is something that you should use, because it could potentially skew your data in that case. So you have to make a judgment to see whether this property, whether it's data that you can use or whether it's data that you should ignore, okay? But the more data that you can use, the more accurate that you can actually refer to this. That's why I said usually I would do at least 4 to 5 comparable properties, similar conditions, ideally similar conditions, but at least have the same bedroom, bathroom and garage and similar land sizes to be able to derive at that, okay? So I hope that helps. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will always check them. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for any future video updates. I'm Dave from LendPower. I hope you learned something today, and I look forward to see you in the next Invest Power episode.